Hello everyone, welcome back to Vice Weather TV. Today we're diving into a story that's as thrilling as it is tragic. The criminal underworld of Totoaba trafficking. I want you to imagine this. Fish whose swim bladder is worth more than gold, fueling a black market trade as intense as the narcotics world. This isn't just about a fish, it's a tale of crime syndicates, environmental destruction, and an international drama. So buckle up as we unravel the dark side of Totoaba trade. Let's start with a jaw-dropping fact. The swim bladder of the Totoaba fish, often called aquatic cocaine, can fetch up to $100,000 on the black market. That's right, a single organ from this endangered species is worth a fortune. But why is it so valuable? Well, the Totoaba swim bladder is highly prized in the traditional Chinese medicine market, believed to have rejuvenating properties, leading to a profitable and dangerous black market. According to an article by The Independent, the Totoaba swim bladder is a prime target for poachers and for traffickers for this very reason. Traditional Chinese medicine plays a huge role in the demand for Totoaba swim bladders. These practices date back thousands of years, and they are deeply ingrained in Chinese culture today. Totoaba swim bladders, also known as fish maw, are believed to have powerful health benefits, including promoting vitality, improving skin health, and also aiding in postpartum recovery. Now, these beliefs are passed down through the generations and are reinforced by cultural traditions. Fish maw is considered a delicacy and a status symbol, often gifted during celebrations like the Chinese New Year and weddings. The rarity and high cost of Totoaba swim bladders makes them a sought-after item in affluent circles. This cultural significance and perceived medicinal value drive the demand high, despite the lack of scientific evidence promoting any of these health claims. The high value of Totoaba swim bladders has also led to their portrayal as a miracle cure in some circles, further boosting demand. This demand is fueled by traditional beliefs and a strong desire for natural remedies, often seen as a safer and more effective way to cure diseases than modern medicine. However, the overexploitation of Totoaba and the subsequent impact on the vaquita highlight the dark side of this cultural practice. Efforts to curb the demand for Totoaba swim bladders in China involve raising awareness about the environmental and ethical implications of this trade. Education campaigns aim to highlight the endangered status of the Totoaba and the vaquita and promote alternative, sustainable sources of fish maw. This illegal trade spans continents, involving dangerous cartels, sophisticated smuggling rings, and a black market that would make any Hollywood thriller jealous. In the United States, Totoaba smuggling kicks off with desperate poachers in Mexico's Gulf of California. These poachers, often controlled by powerful crime syndicates, risk their lives to catch the Totoaba fish. The fish are then butchered right on the boat, and their prized swim bladders, nicknamed aquatic cocaine, are extracted and dried. Worth more than gold, these bladders are then smuggled across the US-Mexico border, even using human couriers who are willing to risk everything for a payday. US authorities are in a constant battle with these smugglers. Despite high-profile busts, like when they seized 214 swim bladders worth millions in California, the smugglers always find new ways to stay ahead. It's a relentless cat and mouse game in the end, with law enforcement working tirelessly to break up the sophisticated networks behind this illegal trade. According to the National Geographic, these operations are advanced and deeply corrupt, making enforcement even more challenging. Over in China, the Totoaba swim bladders can fetch sky high prices, driven by a black market that's both secretive and hugely profitable. The journey from Mexico to China is packed with danger and deception. Smugglers disguise the bladder as dried seafood, hide them in personal luggage, or even route them through multiple countries to throw customs officials off their trail. The Smithsonian Ocean reports that traffickers employ sophisticated smuggling methods to get these valuable bladders into China, highlighting the global reach and complexity of this illegal and brutal trade. Once in China, these bladders are sold in underground markets, upscale restaurants, and even on encrypted online platforms. The internet has become a new battlefield, with traffickers using the dark web and encrypted messaging apps to do their dirty work. The networks involved in Totoaba smuggling are brutal and efficient. They exploit poor fishermen, use advanced smuggling techniques, and operate with near impunity thanks to corruption and high level connections. The environmental destruction caused by this trade is immense, but the human cost is just as harrowing. Communities are torn apart, livelihoods are destroyed, and the shadow of violence looms large over anyone who dares to oppose these powerful cartels. This dark underworld of Totoaba trafficking is a stark reminder of how far some will go for profit. It's a tale of greed, power, and desperation, with far reaching consequences that affect not just the endangered species but the very fabric of society. What's particularly angering is the stark imbalance between the immense profits reaped by the traffickers and the devastating costs borne by the environment and local communities. The Totoaba trade isn't just wiping out an endangered species, but it's also pushing the vaquita, which is another endangered species of porpoise and is the smallest of all living cetaceans, to the brink of extinction and destabilizing the entire marine ecosystems, as it ends up in the crossfire becoming a bycatch for the poachers. The fishermen at the bottom of this illicit supply chain risk their lives and livelihoods for a fraction of the profits, often under the control of dangerous cartels. Overfishing and illegal trade of Totoaba and vaquita significantly disrupt the marine ecosystem in the Gulf of California. The Totoaba fish is a key predator that helps control the population of smaller fish and invertebrates. When Totoaba numbers decline due to overfishing, it can lead to an overabundance of these prey species. These habitats provide essential shelter, breeding grounds, and feeding areas for a wide range of marine species. Without the Totoaba, the integrity of these habitats can deteriorate, leading to a loss of biodiversity and further ecological imbalance. The vaquita, on the other hand, is an apex predator, and its role in the ecosystem is equally critical. A decline in vaquita numbers can lead to an increase in these prey species like squid and smaller fish, which can then outcompete each other for food resources. This can create a ripple effect throughout the food web, affecting various marine organisms and potentially leading to a decline in species diversity. Their decline signals broader environmental issues such as pollution and overfishing that could be affecting other species in the ecosystem as well. As highlighted by the World Wildlife Fund, vaquitas are considered a sentinel species, indicating the overall health of the Gulf of California. The decline of Totoaba and vaquita also poses significant economic and social challenges. Local fisheries that rely on Totoaba face potential collapse, leading to economic hardship for fishermen and their communities. This economic pressure can in turn drive more illegal fishing activities as individuals seek alternative sources of income. Additionally, the loss of biodiversity and the decline in iconic species like the vaquita can negatively impact marine tourism, which is a vital source of revenue for many coastal communities. Tourists are less likely to visit areas where the marine life is diminished, affecting local economies that depend on ecotourism. According to the ecologist, effective conservation strategies must involve local fishers, and their engagement is crucial for the survival of the vaquita. Ultimately, the extinction of these species could lead to irreversible changes, making the ecosystem less resilient to environmental stresses. The illicit Totoaba trade is a stark reminder of the intersection between environmental issues, crime, and cultural practices. It's not just about saving a fish or a porpoise, it's about tackling a complex web of greed, corruption, and exploitation. To combat this crisis, we need a multifaceted approach. Firstly, international cooperation is essential. Countries must work together to crack down on smuggling networks using technology and intelligence sharing to intercept illegal shipments before they reach the market. Secondly, raising awareness about the environmental and ethical implications of the Totoaba trade is crucial. Educating consumers, especially in China where demand is the highest, about the devastating impacts of their purchases can reduce the market of these illegal products. Lastly, supporting local communities in the Gulf of California with alternative livelihoods can reduce their dependency on illegal fishing. Economic incentives such as sustainable fishing practices, tourism, and other marine based activities can provide viable income sources without harming the environment. By addressing the root causes and implementing these solutions, we can help end the illegal Totoaba trade and safeguard our planet's precious marine biodiversity. Thank you for watching Wise Feather TV. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more insights into critical environmental issues. Let's make a difference together.